Right.
You release natural endorphins and you legitimately feel better. And I also think of this all the time. I think of your body as almost like the energy in your body is like a battery. We know all these things. The right path to like being like a happy, healthy person is to do all the shit that we already know you're supposed to do. Take care of your body. Take care of your health. Take care of your mind, your stress. Meditate, be kind to people. We all know that. I mean, you ask anybody, they know how to get by and to be the most evolved version of you that you can be. I mean, it's not like a magical checklist. If you talk to people about it, you said, okay, here you got a person, you want to improve them. What are the things you're going to do to them? Okay, well, if I was a life coach, the first thing I would say is this guy's got to get on a diet that makes him healthy. I don't mean a diet just to lose weight. I mean just healthy foods in your body. Many vegetables. Vegetables, a lot of good quality protein, a lot of water, stop the sodas, stop the bullshit. Start working out your body and get a better sense of like how this machine feels when it's moving, it's flowing better, there's less tension in it, your mind feels like relaxed and you enjoy every single moment of the day better. Step one, everybody knows that step, right? What's step two? Be cool to people. Be nice to as many people as you can. Smile at as many people as you can. Have them smile back at you. Tip well when you go to restaurants. Just do the most you can. Be as nice as you can, you know, and just still manage to not have people walk all over you. Just get through this life as nice as you can. What else? Do what you want to do with your life, right? Don't go be doing something you don't enjoy.
If you really want to be successful, you have to constantly be on your best ideas, behavior, mindset. You always have to be being the best version of you every single day. That's going to be incredibly challenging because you're going to go through times in which are challenging, which are hard, in which you don't want to be the best, in which you want to curl up in a ball and just bag it, give up, and keep pushing through to the next day and just make it to the next day. But in actuality, you need to make sure that you are constantly trying to be better than you were the day before, trying to learn something new, gain more information, gain new knowledge about your life, about your task, about whatever the case may be, but just try to be better than you were the day before. Now that also might mean addition by subtraction. Things are going to be tough, and a lot of times the things that you think are doing good in your life actually aren't. So sometimes you're going to have to get rid of things that you thought were really good for your life and really great and doing good things for you, but in actuality it's hindering your growth and hindering your experience of life, and you have to get rid of it. It's going to be challenging. That might be a friend or an item or something you genuinely care about that you shouldn't care about anymore because it's only hurting your growth and slowing your path to success. And you want to be the most successful individual as fast as you possibly can, because you need to make sure that you're always doing what you can to improve every single day. Wake up, write it down, write down what you need to improve, do little things here and there every single day so that you're constantly being better and constantly growing and learning about your life.
The people that I know that get to do what they want to do for a living, it's not like their lives are completely happy. Everybody's going to face problems, no matter who you are. Because you're in debt, you get nervous, so it suppresses your ability to express yourself and take risks, because you don't want to lose your gig, you don't want to, it's like, man, that's what it is. Your health is your engine. Your health is literally the chassis, the tires, the brakes, the engine of your vehicle that you move through this life with. And too many people don't pay attention. It changes your ability to do things. If you don't have energy, not only will you not have the energy to pursue things, but you won't be able to do them the same way. If you have energy and enthusiasm and say like you're healthy and you want to write a book, you're going to have thoughts that'll come into your mind that won't come into your mind if you're exhausted. That's huge for anything you're trying to pursue, whether we're talking about furniture making, whether we're talking about being an author. Pretend there's a documentary crew filming your success story and they're following you around right now. What would you do? What would you do if you knew that there was a crew following you around with cameras documenting your future incredible success, and they want to catch you in the act of it all? You would do all the right things you would have to do. Think about that, organize it. But we are saddled down by so many doubts and so much that keeps people from action. I think most of us are operating on momentum, and I think you learn things as a child, and those become, whatever your personality is, the way, whatever thought process you sort of have carved into your mind, like the grooves and patterns that you normally find yourself thinking in. And I equate it to martial arts training. Like I used to teach martial arts for a living. One of the things that I found incredibly difficult was to reteach people. It was way easier to teach a person with no training than it was to reteach someone with poor training. So when someone has poor training, They have these paths carved in their movements and their thought process, and when they're in a situation, they fall back on those patterns, and it's extremely difficult to get people out of that and learn to do things correctly. But if you can teach them how to do things correctly from the beginning, then they naturally, like, this is the stressful situation, here comes the problem, here's the issue, what's the technique, now you know it, and it's locked into your brain. You know the right pathway. Whether as like, don't go to the technique you've been using all your life, now use a new technique and remember to manage that situation under pressure. I think that's how most of us are handling our lives. We're handling our lives with poor techniques and poor management skills and these paths that are carved in, that are infantile and that are essentially like the remnants and the echoes of when you were a teenager or even younger than that, and then maybe your parents and the learned behavior that you see watching them, and maybe they weren't so good at managing life either, but these patterns are carved into your brain and you find comfort in them because you know where they're going, and so you slide right into them. And then as an adult, you start trying to remap your consciousness and remap those patterns, and in doing that, it's very difficult to sort of rethink how you think. As a kid, I always looked at normal people living normal lives. I could never relate. I never understood it. You know, I also grew up from a broken home, and we were also on welfare, and, you know, the whole deal. Because I think a lot of motivated people come from a place of despair when they're younger. And I always had this thought in my head that one day I would make it. One day I'm gonna make it. And then one day I realized, and I don't know when I realized it, probably when, like, on paper I'd already made it. I realized, oh, there's no such place. Like, this is not real. Like, you can't ever, you don't make it. No one makes it. Like, every day you have to be trying to do better. Every day you have to be trying. First of all, there's no perfect human. Let's accept that. You're always going to be flawed. You're always going to be subject to fits of rage and envy and all the things that you wish that you would never have in your mind. So you've got to constantly be working to make sure that that never happens.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section below.